Hello! If you are getting this, it is because we are 4 days away from leaving for the weekend. First of all, as you guys who are leaders, I just want to say thank you so much. I know that I'm a youth pastor and this is my job and these are my big events, but it is so difficult to leave family, work, whatever you have to do this weekend in order to make it possible to be on this retreat. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. I know that the time you put in is valuable, and I know that your time is valuable, but I promise that these camps, that these retreats that we do have such a lasting impact on these students' lives, and they do so much for culture and growth and shaping students that you're not going to regret going to this, and it's going to be a blast. So here's what I want to do. I want to take a short video and just explain what you guys can, if you haven't gone already, what you can expect from camp and what you can do at camp. I want to say sorry. I know that I'm not always great at setting communication or setting expectations. I kind of just am like, it's camp, just go and, be there. But here's the biggest thing at camp. Really, the reason that you exist at camp is to connect with your students. That is the bottom line. Now, there's some ways to do that, and there's times where you might have to take on different roles and whatnot, but the biggest thing is connecting with your students. Camp is a time where you're with them for a long period of time. It's a time where they're going to have fun. They're going to be willing to uncross arms and open up to you. And you're going to be able to ask questions that are a little bit more intentional, that dig a little bit deeper, that get them to open up and communicate to you guys a little bit better about what's going on in their life so that you can be their small group leader and their pastor. So if you have a group and they are out and about doing different things during free time, what you should be doing is being with them at free time. Now, your group's not always going to travel together as one big whole. So, stay with one part of your group for an hour, find a different section of your group for another part, invite them to do stuff. If you ever see students just sitting alone, not doing anything, engage them in conversation, be prepared to ask a lot of questions throughout the day, even Google some discussion questions just so you can get to know them a little better so they feel that connection with you, so that when small group time rolls around, they're willing to open up to you a little bit more. So just being with them is the most important thing. And then here's some other small things that'll be really helpful is during worship and message, we want to make sure more than ever that students are not disruptive. So if you see a student that are having a hard time or being rowdy, just very quietly sit in between them, get them to separate, send them by another leader. If your co-leader's there, you can one of you can sit in one spot, one of you another, and kind of separate your group as need be. I'm going to send out small group questions either today or tomorrow, and the Devo packets, so you can look over those and kind of get a glance of what you're going to talk about, what you're going to say, and that'll be helpful. We're covering the prodigal son over the 4 messages, so that's kind of what you can expect there. Read through that and the prodigal son story and presenting the gospel to them through that. But ultimately, just capitalizing the time that you have with your students. And last thing I'll say is nighttime is huge. We do night games because they're a lot of fun, but then when people go to bed and they're in their cabins, it's loud and crazy, but that's the opportunity for students as they're kind of tired and laying in bed for you to just get to ask questions. Be like, hey, how was the day for you? What are things that you're excited that you don't have to be doing at home right now? Is there something that you're looking forward to going back to? Just being intentional about engaging them during that time. But yeah, camp's going to be a blast. We're super excited you guys are there, and I just can't wait to hear the stories of what God's going to do through you guys and in your students this weekend.